Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
Welcome back, folks, and we're now at the business end of the predictions for this evening. We've worked through section by section. You know who we all think is going to come through the quarter-finals. We've gathered everybody back together. We've had to stand because the stools don't fit around the table. We've got Chris Mason and Matt Edgar joining us for this final part where we are going to go through the draw very briefly and pick who we think our semi-finalists, finalist and winner of the 2025 Paddy Power Darts World Championships will be. I think, which way should we walk around? Should we work around the table? We'll start at God. We'll go that way and we'll come back towards me, I think. Jack?
Lovely. So my quarterfinals, I had Luke Humphries beating Stephen Bunting, Luke Littler beating Martin Lukeman, Chris Dobie beating Daryl Gurney, and Gary Anderson beating Ricky Evans.
So give us your four semi-finalists.
Humphries, Littler, Dobie, Gary.
I think we're going to.
That's very watchable.
I'm going to put. I'm going to put a prediction in early, folks. A pattern may develop as we go around the table. Phil, 4 semi-finalists.
Humphries, Rock.
We're not going for the Luke
Hang
Derby.
on. That's the wrong section. Rock's in section 3.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Luke and Luke semi-final.
The Lukes.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Luke and Luke, Gary,
Rock and Gary.
Rock and Gary.
Matt?
Luke's, as everyone's probably going to go.
Yeah.
I'm almost to that point where... No, I'm not losing faith in it. I'm going Daryl Gurney. He's due.
I don't
He's
mind
due.
it. I don't mind
Yeah, I
it.
don't mind it.
I don't
It's
know.
close,
Yeah, his kid's there.
yeah. Against Gary or
Against Gary.
Chris?
Luke, Gary, Dobie.
Yeah, Chris and I are sharing one piece of paper now. Because just before we came on, we sort of like Luke, Gary and Dobie. Yeah, Luke, Gary and Dobie, that's where we're at. Slightly boring, that, wasn't it? Let's move along then, because Luke, if we get Luke against Luke, that's huge. Which Luke then, and we'll go the same way around the table,
I bet we will.
which Luke, Gob, and who do they play in the final?
Luke Humphries plays Gary Anderson in the World Championship final.
We never agree.
Until tonight.
It's a harbinger of the apocalypse, this, you know. This could be. You thought that storm was
Is
bad.
everybody just going to
weren't
go, yep, yep.
Luke Humphries plays Gary Anderson.
I'm going to go Littler plays Anderson.
Yeah,
Chris?
I'm going Luke Humphries against Gary Anderson in the final.
Well, I haven't got it in me, I'm afraid, to not pick Crystal.
I admire your loyalty.
Believe me, it's heart, not
Is this
head.
what supporting like a conference football
yeah.
team feels like?
they're
We're going to
gonna
win the
be
FA Cup.
I had a 10-year season ticket at Hartlepool. I know how this dance goes.
Hard yards.
I know how this dance goes. Luke Littler meets Chris Dobie in the final. Gob, last one. It's the big prediction now.
Yes. And it will also be the last one that Gary makes, because he will wind down. But he won't win it, and I'll be devastated. Luke Humphries defends the Paddy Power World Darts Championship.
Phil?
This is real heart versus head, because I've been sucked in, and I believe, and it will hurt when it doesn't happen. But I'm going Gary Anderson as a 3-time world champion.
Wow. Matt?
I think Littler does it. I think he does it, and I think it will be really interesting to see what 2025 brings if that happens, because I think once he takes it, I think the tide turns a little bit. You know, we get the old Man United philosophy then, I think, where people then sort of want him to go lose, which no one likes success, do they? That's
Nope.
the problem.
Not
I
in this
think.
country.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that could be a danger. You know, everyone loves the chase, and I feel the chase isn't going to be very long, and I think he's going to do it.
Chris?
No, I think I'm with Barzy. My heart says Anderson. I'd love to see him win it for a 3rd time, but my head says Humphries will just have a little bit too much. But either way, I wouldn't be surprised if Gary won, because he is playing that well right now. But yeah, I just got a feeling we're going through that same sort of sequence where players are going to win it back to back and then maybe not win it again. Like Gary did, like Adrian Lewis did.
I've been at this position with Gary before, though. You know, when he played Phill in the World Final, I'm like, this might be the last time Phill
Yeah.
ever gets there. But I was on Gary so early in that season. He looked brilliant. This is the year he does it. And you sat in that final going, well, Phill might never get her again. And you want that record to go on as much as possible.
Was that before or after the 3 darts fell on the floor at the Drums?
From like the start of December, like when it gets that far, you're like, right, which way do you want it to go, sort of thing. And then Gary's in 3 straight, and to see him get there again will be unbelievable. Same with Taylor against Rob Cross, almost, isn't it? It's like that's the fairy tale ending.
Yeah.
Gary's career feels like it might be winding down. Great years, loves winding people up. Is he committed to the full tour and keeping this level up?
In a season where he's set 2 personal best averages, that's why I can't. I don't know. It's all down to him.
His
obviously.
record at the Palace, though, is something else.
Yeah, it's remarkable. It is remarkable.
I think that at the final, I'm finally prepared to concede. And I think that Luke Littler will.
And I would
tie-break.
Listen, I'd love to see.
Tie-break. They'll go on all night.
I'd love to see Littler. It'd be a remarkable story, but you just got to go on experience and knowledge. And I think because Luke's had such an incredible 18 months, Humphries, well, they both have.
If this was leg play, I think I might shade it Littler, by the way, but because it's set play, I think that Littler's got the ability to just go berserk for 2 sets, but Humphries, it will feel like it's slipping away a little bit for him, but I also feel like that mini comeback we've seen from him in the Grand Prix didn't quite pull it off, but the fact that he managed to put himself in that position where he can fight back, he's been to the well, he's got himself back to that level again, and this time you expect him to kick on with it if it's not going that well.
Set play is that slight bit different, is where you can be considerably behind in a leg play match and you rattle off 3 in a row. It doesn't feel like it has a big impact on the game, but you get a set on the board. It can be huge just in terms of where that game then stands.
In long course darts, it's the only way the better player can lose.
Yes, yeah.
So, and I've had it happen to me multiple times where you've had the higher average, you've won more legs, you've hit more 180s, and you still lose the match.
Lots of timing, I think, involved, isn't it, in that set play format. So we've talked about the World Championships, folks.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.